This clip is sponsored by Wash and Go, and that can only mean one thing. That's right, I'm surrounded by a sea of green. By now you should know that Wash and Go is the best way to look after your luscious locks. I mean, look at what it's done for mine. Fantastic. But you don't have to take my word for it. Just look at some of the 600 plus unreal reviews on their Amazon page. Linda from the United Kingdom says, well, it smells lush and leaves hair smelling fresh. Fantastic, Linda. Kindle customer JSB says, product arrived as advertised. Always very important. Always important to know that, Kindle customer JSB. And finally, my personal favourite, it's shampoo and it works for me. Absolutely fantastic there from Casey. It is indeed shampoo and also a conditioner. If you want to get your Wash and Go today, then hit the link in the description and get your bottle sent to you today. And remember, it's a shampoo and it works for me. To go, they're halfway there. They're Bon Jovi, they're living on a prayer. Right, half time then. We're going to do England's best 11. I'm going to need your help here. If the World Cup was starting tomorrow, what would your England 11 be? Now I'm going to, the only thing I'm going to put my foot about down here is we ain't playing a five back five with two holding midfielders. So we're basically not being managed by Southgate, but we're not playing a back five with two holding midfielders. We're going to play a 4-3-3. We're going to play a holding midfielder, a box-to-box midfielder, and a bit more attacking midfielder. Then we're going to play a number 9 and 2 wide attackers. That's what we're going to do. We're going to play a flat back 4. So, Maguire for captain for sure, says Marios. Well, he might not make it. So, goalkeeper. Who would you go as your goalkeeper for England if this was their best 11 for the World Cup? I would say it has to be Ramsdale. I've never understood why Pickford's held his place for so long. I wouldn't even have Pickford in the top 2. I personally think Nick Pope's better. So, yeah, it would be Ramsdale for me. But I think that the way Southgate works, it will be Pickford. But this is not Southgate. This is us. So, yeah, I would go with Ramsdale. The vast majority of the chat are going with Ramsdale. Now, right back's very interesting because I want to play a back 4. You're going to decide who the right back's going to be. A wealth of riches. You know, you can go Trent, you can go Reece James, you could go Kyle Walker, you could go Kieran Trippier. You could go even more left field and say, you know what, I want to play Tariq Lamptey. But who would your right back be? For me, it's between Trent and Reece James. But I know who I would go with. And the vast majority have gone with Trent. There's a few for James, there's even a few for Trippier, and there's not many going for Kyle Walker. I would go with Trent Alexander-Arnold. I think that, you know, I think he fell off a little bit. Obviously, he nearly didn't go to the Euros. But I think this season, he has been a lot better. And he's found his form of 2 years ago. I don't think you can look anywhere other than Trent at the moment. So, yeah, I would agree. Trent is right back. So we've got Ramsdale in goal. We've got Trent at right back. Let's do the left back first, because I think this is the hardest place. If we were doing this a year ago, I'm sure some people would be begrudging about it, but it would be Luke Shaw. This season, he's not as good. But who is better than Luke Shaw at left back? Chilwell, he's been injured. I think I would still go Luke Shaw. I think I would still go with Luke Shaw. And mainly because his England form is actually still very good. It's a bit reputational, I admit, but I would go with Luke Shaw. Targay can't be in it because he's French. So we can't go with him. But I think the chat's going to go with Chilwell. Let me just have a quick look. You need to add Proctor to the squad, says Danny Ray. Okay. I think Chilwell's just won that, so we'll go with Chilwell. So we've got Chilwell at left back. We've got Trent at right back. We've got Ramsdale in goal. So 2 centre-backs. Now, this is interesting. I want you to do 2 centre-backs at the same time. John Stones. And I was trying to think who I would go with. I'm not a look at the chat. I would go with... I'm tempted to go with Stones and Ben White, you know. I am. I'd love it to be Tomori, but I don't think he'll even get called up. Some people are going with Dyer and Tomori. Stones and Tomori. I like the idea of Stones and Tomori, but will he pick him? Will he call him up? Well, Maguire and Ming. At least there's no Maguire and Mings in there. Eminem. I'm the Slim Shady. Is it that somebody has said Maguire and Stones? Thank you very much. Tag. So what are we going for? Who do you want to play with Stones? Do you want White? Do you want Maguire? Do you want Tamori? Let me know. Please subscribe, by the way. Bottom right hand corner. We're only 200 away from 625,000. So thanks everyone who's tuning in. It's half time at the moment. 0-0 Liverpool and Inter, and 4-0 to Bayern. Right, I'll tell you what. I'm just going to do it. It's a bit of a hold up, but it's easier just to do a poll here now. Maguire, White. We'll move on to the holding midfielder while we're doing this. So, Stones and one other centre-back. There's a poll for you to vote. Forget about that one. CDM, who do you want as your one holding centre midfielder? Are you going to go with Rice, Phillips? You could put Henderson there. I mean, Henderson could play box-to-box as well. So, you know, you could do that. Tyrone Mings and Connor Cody all day long, says Joe. Okay, most people are going with Declan Rice there, so that's easy. Declan Rice is your holding midfielder. Right, box to box, your number 8. Are you going to go Henderson? Are you going to go Bellingham? You could go Ward-Prowse. I mean, you could put Kelvin Phillips in there if you want. You might have other ideas. Who are you going to go with as your number 8 next to your number 6? Bellingham is the winner there. So the midfield's looking good. Rice and Bellingham. And then, I suppose, the third midfielder... Think of him as your more advanced attacking midfielder. So, you know, your Bruno, your De Bruyne. Who are you going to go for there? You could play Foden. You could play Grealish. You could play Mount. You could play Smith Rowe. You could go Maddison. Who am I missing? There's a few people you could drop in there, couldn't you? You could play Saka centrally if you wanted to. I probably wouldn't. I know where I'd play in, but... I think I'm going to do a poll for this one because I think it's going to be a difficult one. Unless a lot of people are going with Mason Mount, though. I don't think I need to do a poll. Okay, it's Mount. It's simple as that. Okay, so let me just close the centre-back. Oh, I tell you what, it's close here in the centre-back thing. We've had 3,500 votes. Who should be the centre-back next to John Stones? It's definitely not Maguire because he's got 14% of the vote, but White's got 42% and Tamori has got 44%. So we will end the poll there unless everyone wants to just vote a little bit more. Mount's won it in the midfield. So the midfield is Declan Rice, Bellingham and Mason Mount, which is, I think that's pretty good. Dele Alli. I think you're the only one, Mojo, to vote for Dele Alli. And we'll end the poll there. Tamori's got the centre-back spot. So the team so far isn't bad. It's not Pickford in goal. It's Ramsdale, Trent, Stones, Tamori, Chilwell, Rice, Bellingham, Mount. Now, who do you want to play from the right-hand side and who do you want to play from the left-hand side? Right side. Who would you want to? I think I don't really want to go who's left and who's right because it's not like Liverpool. I think with England they will interchange and Sterling can play left and right. Saka can play left and right. You could probably get Grealish to play left and right. Sancho can play left and right. So who would you go as your combos? It's difficult. Sancho and Grealish as Gavin. I mean, we all know it's Harry Kane up front, so there's no point in doing that. But I'm very interested to know. Actually, I think I'm going to run a poll on this, and the people who get the top... No, that won't work because then people won't be able to vote. Let me see. Oh, I've just done a no poll here. Let me just get rid of that. So I'm going to come up with some combinations, and then you can vote for what you think is the best. 2 wide players, England, and we'll go Saka, Sterling, Sancho, Sterling, Sancho, Saka. Mark Sterling has to be in there, says Tommy. Well, there you go. You've got Saka, Sterling, Sancho, Saka, or other. How many current Liverpool players get in United 99 side, says Leon? Oh, God, that's a horrible question. Van Dijk gets in. Next to Stam. I mean, nobody displaces that midfield four. You know, you can't displace Keane, Giggs, Beckham and Scholes. I've never seen a midfield four like it. And also it was a different time, remember. 4-4-2 was the way then. Liverpool don't play 4-4-2, so you've got to get Salah in. But 4-4-2, I'd play Salah as a supplement forward with one of the front two. I'd be tempted to put Salah and Mane up front as a two, you know. But anyway, we're back on this England team. Who's the wide players going to be? And Saka Sterling is getting most of the vote at the moment. Sancho Saka is second. I mean, it's mad. You've got 32% of the vote going with Saka Sterling. You've got 28% going Sancho Sterling, and you've got 29% going with Sancho Saka. So I've never seen anything as close. Jared Bowen should get called up for England, 100%. You know, why people are talking about Rashford when there are players more deserving than him, I don't know. Foden, Sterling. Yeah, I do like Foden, and I think Foden could work in a number of positions, and I wouldn't be surprised if Southgate finds a place for him, but I think your wide players, you should be looking at your Sakas and your Sterlings and your Sanchos, really. I mean, Grealish is decent, but, you know, you want a bit of flair and a bit of pace. Thank you, Dean Harris. Appreciate that, mate. I will take a look later. So we're going to go Saka Sterling. We're going to end the vote there. So, thank you everyone for getting involved in this. Now, let's not forget, Southgate's first team would probably be Pickford, Walker, Mings, Maguire, Stones, Shaw, Phillips, Rice, Kane, Sterling, Foden. A back five and two holding midfielders. That's what you get with Gareth Southgate. What do you get with Mark Goldbridge and That's Football Community? You get a back four for a start. So no back five and no two holding midfielders. We're going to play Ramsdale, Trent, Tomori, Stones, Chilwell, Rice, Bellingham, Mount, Sterling, Saka, Kane. Our team would kick the shit out of his team, and he's the England manager. He's playing a back five with two holding midfielders. We're playing modernistic football with a back four, playing a high line, a midfield three that's got a holder, a box-to-box, and an attacking midfielder, two wide players, and absolutely amazing. We'd kick the shit out of Southgate's team, and he's paid to manage. Footy Edit says, do you think... I mean, it's mad, isn't it? Us 10,000 people have just picked an entertaining, exciting, forward-thinking England side, and yet the manager of England's playing a back five with two holding midfielders. Tell me, make it make sense. Make it make sense. We're stuck in the... Goldbridge, that's the end of the clip. I'm sure you enjoyed it. In fact, I bet that's the best clip you've ever watched. So there's no reason not to subscribe to the channel. Click the bell icon so you never miss a clip again. In fact, smash a like on the video because we all know only legends like videos and you are all legends. So please smash a like on the video and we will see you again on the next one. Thank you very much for watching as always.